This is Team 15's final project titled Catch Them Before They Fall. Team members include Anna, Caitlin, Shannon, and Kejun. Telecom Inc. is a telecommunications company that provides services to independent partners who sell to customers. Each partner is given a pass-through rate which determines how much of the commission they receive from the supplier the deal was registered with. Additional services offered include base management, where employees of Telecom Inc. provide white-labeled service to the partner's customers on their behalf for a percentage of the deals they can facilitate. The business process that can benefit from the application of business analytics is that of identifying partners at risk of falling out or moving their business to another master agent. The intended outcome would be to reduce churn by 25% annually. Indirectly, this process would also improve a partner's ability to maintain their own customer base by highlighting the orders that they're managing for the customers that they sell to. We'll start by briefly describing our current approach to addressing this business problem. In this case, fallout means an order was canceled, so we have a count of fallout by partner, region, etc. Our analysis is limited to descriptive analytics. Big picture, we currently employ a reactive approach to managing fallout in our organization. Our proposed change would transition our approach to be more proactive by utilizing prescriptive analytics. We would produce a focused fallout risk report the sales teams could routinely reference and add visibility on the individual order record. Most importantly, we would implement a predictive model with triggered responses to minimize insight leakage.
We would first look to create profiles individualized for existing partners and the customers that they support. We would also use the data we have collected to create playbooks of prescribed initiatives and incentives that we can offer to customers who are at the risk of falling out. These are mainly the ones who would be at the nearing the end of their contract expiration, and we would model this data to assess the fallout risk. A natural next step would be to accumulate this data and present it to the sales team so that they are aware whom they can target, what to offer, and work to keep the business in-house. Overall, through data analytics, we are looking to solve short-term and long-term issues. The short-term would be identifying risks, proactively reaching out to the customers before the end of their expiration, understanding why an existing customer would like to leave. We would try to understand if it's a cost or a hardware upgrade or any such factors that are making them do so. By providing an automated system, which would send an automatic renewal contract to the customer, and if they reject it, then the exceptions would kick in, where the sales team would then provide them incentives based on the playbook we would like to create. We are also looking to collect feedback and exit interviews and mine them for text sentiment to understand why is it exactly that they are looking to leave. We would also help them create a CBE, a customer brand engagement, with their end consumers. And we would incorporate those learnings into initial onboarding offerings. It could be shorter contracts, it could be lower costs, or any important factor that we may come across through our mining process.
Here are the modeling techniques. So we will use two classification techniques to identify fallout risk. The options are two-class boosted decision tree and two-class logistic regression, two-class neural network, and two-class KNN classifier. So we will test and find the best method. And we will also use text mining to process the exit interviews and the market feedback. So the method we can use is n-gram, feature hashing, and combine these with a two-class logistic regression. So this method will help us to find out the sentiment of customers.
Telecom will feed its models utilizing data from two sources. Elements like order date, order amount, agent market rank, agent pass-through, fallout, and tenure will be pulled from the transactional database in which we automatically collect different parameters of data from our partners. This will be used to identify short-term churn risk. The other database we will use is the market database. This database will predict customer behavior based on how partners responded in the past, which strategy had the highest response rate, what kind of contracts are most favorable to the partners, and how we should shape the way we do business long term. Our market database will be fed by our customer service department, who will semi-automatically manage the collection of data, such as response rate, campaign type, exit interviews, and market feedback surveys. In order to ensure the success of this initiative, Telecom Inc. will track 4 KPIs to ensure performance improvement. The first metric they will track is churn rate. This is the main metric. Currently, Telecom Inc. shows a baseline of 40% churn within their partners, and the goal is to ensure 25% reduction year over year. The type of managerial questions this KPI will answer is which partners are at risk of churning, and what are the leading indicators of partner churn. The other metric is revenue recovered. The baseline is 0, and the goal is 1 million within 12 months. The managerial questions to be answered with this KPI are how much money are being recovered based on our efforts, and are we saving profitable partners? Another metric is customer satisfaction score. The baseline for this metric is neutral, and the goal is to have satisfied customers across the board by the end of the year on average. The managerial questions this metric will answer are our customers satisfied with the product and service we are providing? What do we do better than our competition? And how can we improve? And last but not least, the last metric we will track is renewal success rate. The baseline is 0, and our goal is 25% year over year. The managerial questions this metric will be asking is, did the offers we extended to our partners for retention work? And what does it take for a partner to continue working with us?
The change in the participant's workflow will be moderate to heavy. Additional personnel might be required or job duties shifted to accommodate the increased workload and to ensure success of this implementation. First off, there should be a tactical support team to review orders at risk for fallout and determine if there's something to be done at the order level to help move it along, i.e. like maybe construction delays, supplier delays, etc. Also, we'd like to reach out to partners with the contract expiration dates in the next 6 months. We'd like to collect market feedback, perform exit interviews, and increase engagements with partners to improve their customer brand engagement. Lastly, we'd need to monitor exceptions from the contract renewal offers and use our playbook to determine the appropriate incentives.
Now let's talk about the experiment to test the impact of analytics. Our model scores the fallout risk for all the partners. First, we should pick up randomly some partners to run the incentive program. The rest partners will be the control group. We closely monitor the performance and the churn rate of these two groups. We should be able to see the reduction of churn rate if our method works. One of the keys to success is to ensure the separation between them so that the action taken with one group does not spill over the other. So we should better put these two groups in different locations.
Other than those previously mentioned, there are other relevant aspects to this project that are critical for its success. The first is full buy-in and support from high-level managers. The model will require some time and investment in the front end to deliver the most optimal result. Second, just like the transition from reactive to proactive management, the transition from descriptive to prescriptive data analytics is important. The company will have to invest in IT support and data warehousing. Lastly, management will need to practice KPI tracking and change management by monitoring models that affect operating structure and modify their processes based on the suggestion of these models.